Punching someone in the face, something we have all wished we could do at one point or another, but it's generally looked down upon. But not in the sport of boxing. The Nintendo Entertainment System had quite a few sports titles in its library, and today we are looking at all of the NES Boxing Games. Whether they are good, bad, or average, they are getting their time in the spotlight today. To my knowledge, there are only 5 NES Boxing Games, but if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below so I can check them out. But before we get into this list, if this is your first time on my channel, or if you just haven't yet, make sure you hit that sub button to watch plenty of NES content, from countdowns and retrospectives. Lace up the gloves and get into the ring because we are exploring all of the NES Boxing Games.
Now you're playing with power.
Ring King. Ring King is a boxing game in which the action in the ring is viewed in a 3D top-down view, and a full range of moves is provided, with the standard jabs complemented by body punches and the ability to dodge, duck, or raise your guard. Each punch weakens your opponent's strength, which can slightly recover during a round break. A rain of well-placed blows can produce a quick knockout, but normally you must hit your opponent many times before he goes down. The game has 3 different play modes. There's training mode to train your player before you enter a tournament, a ranking mode where you can select one of 3 championships, Rookie, Japan, and the World title, with each championship can be played at 5 different difficulty levels. The third mode is the tournament mode. To reach the number 1 spot in the ranking or a tournament mode, you must train your boxer very well. Before you start, you must create your character and set his initial abilities, strength, speed, and stamina. Each bout that you win increases the abilities just a little bit. The abilities of your opponent and you are visible in the status bar at the top of the screen during the game. Strength is represented with a boxing glove, speed with a shoe, and stamina with a dumbbell. This game can be played by 1 player against the computer or by 2 players against each other. A password is given after each one bout, and it enables you to continue with the next match in a tournament at a later time. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Is one of the most popular and biggest selling video games of all time. Step into the ring as Little Mac, a 17-year-old fighter from the Bronx, ranked number 3 in the minor circuit. Your goal is to work your way up through the rankings so you can challenge Mike Tyson in a dream fight. But the road to the championship is long and hard. You'll have to work your way up through the minor, major, and world circuits by winning 14 bouts against some pretty tough opponents. Any boxer that is knocked down for a 10-second count is considered knocked out. If a boxer goes down 3 times, he'll find himself in a TKO, which is a technical knockout. If both boxers make it to the end of the 3rd round, the ref determines the winner. Once you're in the ring, you'll have to beat your opponent with smart fighting, using left and right punches as well as uppercuts to knock out your opponent. But you'll also have to be on the defensive side because you'll be dodging your opponent's blows with some fancy footwork. Dazzle them with your brilliance and you'll be the World Video Boxing Association champion. Now, this is a game that I've only played a handful of times, but each time I play it, I suck. This game's pretty hard unless you memorize the pattern of the boxers, and I just don't have the patience for that. But I do like their designs. World Champ. World Champ is a boxing game that has many similarities to Ring King. You can play a 1-player ranking mode where you can build your boxer stats up while climbing the ladder to eventually challenge for a championship in one of the 4 weight classes. There's also a 2-player verse mode where you and a friend can square off. There's also a tournament mode that allows up to 8 players to participate in a bracketed tournament. Gameplay consists of each boxer moving around the ring, trying to land jabs, hooks, and uppercuts. The goal is to either knock your opponent out for a 10-second count, or have the most points on a scorecard at the end of the allotted amount of rounds. Power Punch 2. Mark Tyler, the world's most famous boxer, boasts that he is absolutely invincible and that he can defeat any contender in the world. Nay, the universe. Well, as luck would have it, a race of alien fighters heard Mark's claims and have decided to abduct him and pit him against the fiercest boxers in the galaxy. Power Punch 2 is a one-on-one boxing game a la Punch-Out in which you control Mark as he battles all of the alien contenders in hopes of winning the galactic boxing belt. The game is played from a third-person perspective, which you see both fighters as they fight. You have rudimentary movement controls, but the basic mechanics involve dodging and timing your attacks so that you can break the enemy's patterns. Between fights, you get to train in a gym, which involves taking part in a series of mini-games, with the rewards being upgraded strength, speed, or health for your upcoming bout. Now, this is a game that I really haven't heard too much about, but I really dig the weird plot of alien boxers coming down to Earth to take on Mark. So, let me know, is this one any good? George Foreman's KO Boxing. Featuring heavyweight champion George Foreman, this is a boxing simulation where players taking the role of Foreman go through a series of 12 rounds against different boxers to win the championship title belt. Played from a third-person perspective, players can move left and right to dodge incoming punches, block, and throw left and right punches. The standard punch is a cross, but by holding the up key, jabs can also be thrown. By avoiding punches and then hitting them, a super punch often becomes available, inflicting much more damage. A fight consists of a maximum of 3 rounds of 3 minutes each. When a boxer is knocked down 4 times, the match is over. The same happens when a boxer goes down 3 times in a single round. When down, the player needs to press both punch buttons in a rapid succession to get back on their feet. The screen shows an energy meter that gets drained whenever you are punched. After being knocked down and during intermissions, some energy is restored. So there you have it, all 5 NES boxing games. Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're there, let me know which one of these boxing games looks to be the best. Obviously, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is the most famous, but Power Punch 2 definitely has my attention. Let me know your choice in the comments below. And while you're there, like this video and subscribe to my channel to watch plenty of NES content. Thanks for watching.